Okay, this is gonna be great.
This is the Nerd Dojo, where we talk about video games, computers, and the future of technology. Robots with crazy magic cards, and Doctor Who, and other things that are wicked cool.
Welcome to episode 14 of the Nerd Dojo podcast. We're back in video. I'm Alan Whitaker.
I'm Justin Kirkland.
I'm Kyle Ganza.
And so we got a lot of stuff that came out this week, but
Okay.
none of it really matters.
Not a lot of stuff.
Yeah, well,
just Destiny.
Just Destiny.
Yeah, a
That's
lot of
all you wanna
things
talk
happened this
about.
week, but all that matters is Destiny.
So, tell people like me who haven't really thought about, because like I don't have a next gen system. I know I could still get it for the regular Xbox. I just haven't, and I didn't follow it up until like prior to the release at all. So tell people who might not know, like me, what
there's
the
so much.
rundown of Destiny is about, and like what.
It's a delightful
what it's
romp
like.
through space, man.
Yeah. Well, it's a Bungie game, so it's from the people who made Halo,
Yeah,
and
they know their shit.
they know how to make first-person shooters.
First-person shooters
that
real
are good.
ones. Yep.
Yep.
And it's also got some MMO aspects to it, massively multi online player, but I mean, it's not massively.
Yeah.
But it's got like rep grinding and PvP and fighting monsters and all kinds of cool stuff.
Right. All the fun stuff.
All the fun stuff. And it looks real pretty on PS4.
Oh, it looks real pretty everywhere, except for 360
Oh.
or PS3.
Well, so what are your likes and gripes about the game?
I haven't. The
What?
only gripe I think I have is just how much grinding there is, but I knew what I was getting into.
Yeah, there's a lot of grinding for gear if you want to actually do endgame stuff,
Yeah.
which isn't even out yet. But
We got a couple days.
but my only gripe is I'm just not playing it enough.
Whatever, Alan.
Well, what about how like they say that it's randomly selected with loot drops, but your loot drops seem to be
Yeah.
favoring the people who are really bad at it.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, when you do PvP or player versus player doing the matchmaking, after the game, if you win, your team gets a bunch of random items so it's supposed to be random items that go to random players, but it seems to be the best items go to the worst players. I don't know if it's trying to compensate their skill with better stuff, but someone who's always at the top of the leaderboards or the scoreboards, it's just frustrating getting nothing, and then someone that did awful the entire game gets something like an epic or a legendary.
Yeah, and that fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
awful.
kinda.
Which is good for me because I'm always middle of the leaderboard. Middle to bottom. Except for a couple of games when you play for me.
Yep. But Justin and I have been in the talks about doing a Destiny podcast, so we might do that
Yeah.
and just get into super detail about that.
Oh, yeah. I still have to finish story
You
mode
guys
because all I
definitely should
wanted.
do that. I think people would like to hear that. I mean,
Yeah,
I would watch it even though I don't play. Like I would.
Well,
be
you'd
interested
learn.
to just find exactly. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
tips,
I'd be-
tricks,
yeah,
our
exactly.
point of view, our
Yep.
opinions on things.
Our
Yep.
loadouts. The
Yeah.
Always
reason
cool.
why we use those loadouts and
Yep.
how unfair matchmaking is sometimes.
Yeah. So,
The fun stuff.
I mean, that's all that I care
So
about is
just
Destiny.
not playing Destiny enough.
Just not playing Destiny enough.
I
I
did-
mean, there's
Alright, that's fair enough.
some nitpicky stuff,
enough.
but
Yeah.
it's Bungie. It's the game's only been out for 3 days. Bungie's always listened to their community, so eventually
Which is the
it'll
best
get.
part about it.
Yeah, eventually things will get updated. Playlists will be added.
Yeah.
New stuff all the time.
It's cool.
I mean,
Balances.
that exclusive content for PS4 is timed exclusive, so it'll be
I mean,
out
it's
for-
a year,
I don't
so
fucking care. It was what, like one extra map and
It'll
yeah.
happen.
Justin got it for Xbox One. I got it for PS4. So I got all the exclusive stuff that he didn't.
yeah,
He's mad.
and I'm not mad at all.
He's mad. He's real mad.
I'm not mad at all.
Look, I'm not mad.
I'm not mad.
Kicks over the entire set.
I'm fucking done.
I'm done. I'm out of here.
I guess like what else is super important this week?
Well-
tomorrow starts the head start for Arcade.
Oh, I think everyone forgot about that.
I did not
Oh.
because I spent $150 on it.
Yeah, so you can't
Holy
afford to
shit.
not.
I told people about it on fucking the board before I left. So
What game was this? I
the
remember you talking
MMO
about
sandbox
this.
game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where you could
I
be
remember
pirates.
you talking
Yeah,
about
where
that.
I'm absolutely being a pirate.
Yep.
Yeah, the head start starts tomorrow for 4 days, and then everyone else gets it free to play.
Huh.
But
That's cool.
so that'll be fun. I get some free shit, and
That'll be cool, but you'll still be playing Destiny.
I'll have to.
You'll have to split your time.
my time.
Yeah, but when you get overwhelmed with Destiny and you're like, I need a fucking break.
Well, yeah,
And-
I need to like take a break from grinding sometimes, but then I'm gonna end up grinding on fucking MMO.
Yeah.
Alan's just like, I don't know what you mean.
I don't understand it.
Take
Yeah.
a break from.
Take a break,
What?
get sick
break?
and play.
I'm not 30 on fucking Destiny yet using fucking light.
Oh my god.
Oh,
there is one thing we didn't talk about this because it was announced the night that we did, or the I don't know. I know I found out about it after we recorded the last podcast, but cool news for me and other Magic the Gathering players.
Oh, yeah.
There is a huge change in Magic the Gathering in the formats and everything. Wizards of the Coast has decided that 2016 is going to be the last year for Magic the Gathering core set. So there's not going to be any more core sets anymore.
what does that
so-
mean?
Yeah,
Well,
please. In
course-
go into-
No, I mean, I don't play Magic, so I don't
Well,
know. But
core sets are what they put out every year to like get new players into playing Magic and to like supplement other stuff like other like mechanics and sets and things like that. So like there's more, like dual type lands that people can play, or like just other types of shit that they think will add to
so
like
filler
standard.
cards.
Yeah,
kinda?
basically, and
shit ton.
but mainly to get new players into playing Magic. There's always a deck builder's toolkit, so people who like are learning to play can like learn how to build a deck. There's all sorts of new stuff that comes out for that, like all sorts of sealed product that they have. But yeah, so they're going to stop doing that in 2016, so that's going to be the last year for core set. And they're changing all the blocks from 3 set blocks to 2 set blocks, which is really cool because one of the big things that R&D and like the future department they've been talking about is that they always get requests from people like for revisiting like other planes that they've already done, and they're like, there's no way that we like with what we have like that we're planning to take players to like new locations and like going back and revisiting places, like we already like couldn't do that. Like for the next 10 years we have
They already have it
ideas,
planned
like
out,
they already
yeah.
have plans. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna cut it down and do 2 sets per block instead of 3 sets per block. So that's gonna mean visiting 2 planes every year, not having to worry about the filler for the core sets and whatnot. Just it's gonna be a bigger block and a smaller block, or a bigger block and a bigger set and a smaller set for each block. And another reason for it too is because the third set of the block is usually always kind of lackluster, and people don't invest so much in it. Like they, like it's just not as good as the first. It's not as good as the first set of a block. Like
Right.
Return to Ravnica was awesome, but by the time you got around Dragon's Maze, you were just like, what the fuck are we doing now? Like what's going on here? So I mean, there were some good cards in Dragon's Maze, and don't get me wrong, but I mean, that's just the way it is. Like it's always been that way, and they were looking at it going, all right, like one of the developers, I forget if it was Mark Rosewater or if it was somebody else, was like going and doing like seminars for like tabletop games and gaming communities, and like what you can do to enhance your game and like make it better. Like don't stick around on something if it's getting stale. And he was like, I haven't taken my own advice, and like by the time we get to that third set, it's stale, like it's tired. Like, so what they're going to do is they're going to have 18-month rotations, and if I'm remembering that correctly, so you're going to have two standard rotations in a year, except in other, as opposed to other years you would have 1 standard rotation a year. So that's going to be pretty cool. It's obviously it's going to be a little more expensive to play standard, but just judging by like what they're doing for Khans of Tarkir, the new block that's coming out, or the new set for the new block that's coming out, this is going to be the last 3 set block and all the cards look fucking amazing. It's like Return of Ravnica all over again. Like, everything looks like it's like insanely overpowered. There's going to be there's tons of legendaries. Like, there's tons of new generals. There's tons of new wedge colors. So all the players are going to be really excited to get into this new set and everything. They're also printing the Onslaught fetch lands again, which is insane. So that's
we can tell you're excited.
Oh, I'm really excited.
I don't know what any of this means.
Well, it's good stuff. It's all good things. So
coming soon is Kyle's brand new solo podcast of Magic.
all just me taking a deep breath and saying as much about Magic in one breath as I can, which is pretty much what I just did. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm sure the rest of the MTG community is excited, and if they're not and they're being lame about it, and people in your local game store are being stupid and complaining, just tell them to shut the fuck up, have a Coke and a smile, and fucking enjoy the two set blocks. What?
Do some Coke and smile?
No, have a Coke and a smile.
Sure, just do some Coke and smile.
Just
I thought you said do some Coke and smile.
I mean, you probably would.
I mean, if you're at a gaming
you'd probably smile a lot.
I mean, if you're at a gaming event, you'd have
cocaine.
the Adderall and that Coke. But
Cocaine.
Yeah, whatever. We're going to be on a lot of cocaine once Super Dungeon Explorer comes out.
Dude.
Because we're going to need it to play so long.
That's going to be so good. What else? The new Super Smash Brothers for 3DS
Ooh, everything's leaked.
got leaked.
Is it much of a leak, or is it just early streaming?
It's early streaming. I'm not sure when the date is, but it's within the next 2 or 3 weeks it's supposed to come out.
Yeah.
But people in Japan already have it, and some people already imported it, if they have connections. So people are streaming it on Twitch, so if you looked for it, you could find it. But so people are already unlocking all the characters that weren't announced, officially announced, and looks pretty good. Yeah. I mean, I don't really want to go over all the characters and spoil them for people that don't care.
I 3DS, and I don't.
Yeah, I'm not buying it for 3DS, but the important thing about this,
I would buy it for 3DS.
The important thing about this is that it's all the same characters that are on 3DS and on the Wii U. That's the most important thing that people are spoiling, because there's different levels per platform and different game types, which kind of looks dumb. I mean, I wouldn't play it on 3DS. But
I don't know, dude. The game
I wouldn't buy it
types
for
3DS look awesome.
I would play it on 3DS, but I wouldn't buy it. If someone had it, I would play it. But
someone had it and was like, "Here, I'm gonna run to the bathroom and play this for."
Yeah, and I would be like,
bathroom.
or if someone was playing it, I would take it from them and play it. But
I'm just gonna borrow this for a minute.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy it though.
No,
Yeah.
fuck no.
I don't even think I only have one game for 3DS, and I think it's Yoshi's Island.
That's
it? Well, and
you don't have Pokemon?
No. I bought it. I think I bought it for Pokemon, and then I traded Pokemon because I fucking hated it. If it's not the original ones, I hate it.
Oh my god.
We know, Alan.
I know.
We know.
What's the other one? It's a RPG.
WarioWare.
No. Yeah. I forget. So I have Yoshi's Story and an RPG. And that's it. I keep buying games for it, play them for 5 minutes, realize I don't want to play them anymore, and sell them back.
Final Fantasy.
At least they have decent resale value, right?
Yeah, I just sell them on Amazon for the price that I bought them for. So
there you go. Amazon, the way to go.
Very good. Yeah. I don't know. There's kind of neat, movie or TV news. If you haven't heard already, they're planning on doing a possible spin-off for Married with Children. So if you were a big Married with Children fan, you can follow Bud Bundy and his family now on their journey through what I thought was nothingness.
yeah,
But
no, it was nothing.
everybody else might have enjoyed it. I was not a big Married with Children fan.
Oh, I love Married with Children.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, that was on the same plane as Roseanne for me. It was just a show that I grew up watching, so I would just put it on as background noise and stuff.
I didn't appreciate Roseanne until I got older.
Yeah. Well, so go back and watch Married with Children. You'll probably appreciate it now.
Yeah, maybe.
The poorer I get, the way more I appreciate shows like that. Yeah, I understand their hard times.
Now, what's the actor's name that played Al Bundy?
The guy that's on Modern Family?
Yeah, I forget his name, but he's got to be on the
I don't even
show.
fucking remember his name.
At least cameos.
They didn't say anything. They said there hasn't been any confirmed cameos from other cast members yet.
But they're gonna have to be.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they'll do something.
Now, if they bring him and what's her name that played Peggy back,
Katie Seagal.
yeah, they're gonna look completely different because he looks like an old man monster, and she's still a babe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Katie Seagal's still doing her Sons of Anarchy thing
Yeah,
Which-
last season.
for one more season.
Yeah, the last season just started yesterday.
Yep.
If you watch
Day
that, I'm like, yeah, on Monday.
Tuesday.
Whatever.
Today's
2 days
Thursday.
ago. 2 days ago. I think I stopped at like season 5.
I stopped at 3.
I need to catch up.
I watched all...
One of the major characters died, and I was like, oh, I don't want to watch this anymore.
Oh, what are we talking about? Opie?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Well, it's like season 12
Okay,
or whatever
yeah, I know.
now.
We
so.
can't say spoiler. After a certain amount of time, it's done.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, when Opie died, I was
Hey,
just
guys,
like, oh, this is dumb.
You ever hear about that thing called the Titanic when it crashed in the icebergs? Oh, wait, spoiler alert. If anyone didn't see that movie yet.
See that movie yet?
Yeah, somebody told me somebody ruined Sons of Anarchy. Well, okay, here's the thing.
Henry Rollins is a racist.
That was cool. That arc was
really,
awesome.
Spoilers really don't bother me that much if what it is good. If the show is good, it doesn't. If the show or the movie's good, it doesn't fucking matter.
Oh, yeah?
If it's spoiled.
So I can spoil Doctor Who for you.
Oh, yeah?
Every week.
Oh, yeah?
Well, no, don't do that.
How far into Game of Thrones are you?
Dude, I already know some things about Game of Thrones.
What do you know?
Well, I know
Don't
about,
spoil it.
I know about Tyrion Lannister and the Mountain.
Uh-huh.
I know about that.
How the mountain has sex with him.
Yeah, that's the
Oh, I
thing.
didn't know about that.
Yeah,
it's
well.
fucking
Oh, that's
sweet.
crazy.
It's
But
sweet.
see, like, stuff like that just
Yeah.
makes me psyched to want to watch
Lee,
it.
did you watch Joffrey's death?
No? Really? That's awesome! Fucking about time!
Yeah, it's
see, that
sweet.
doesn't bother me.
All right.
Because, like, if the show is good, spoilers really don't bother me.
Yeah.
Like, the surprise doesn't necessarily take away from anything.
Well, the surprise in your voice was sweet, so you
Yeah.
have to watch that.
Yeah, I'm stoked. Like, I can't wait. But like, if a movie or TV show sucks and somebody spoils it, and then it ruins it, because then you go watch it and it doesn't hold up. And if all that was holding it up was like something shocking, like that's stupid. Like, it's not as well written or as well filmed as it could be if that's all that's holding it up. You know what I mean? So like, somebody had ruined something for me for Sons of Anarchy, about the past season, about one of the major characters dying, and like I was just like, oh yeah, I was having a conversation with somebody, and I was like, yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I'm still kind of far behind. And they're like, oh yeah, well, so and so gets shot in the face, and I'm like,
As long as Ron Perlman doesn't die.
well,
I hope not. Hellboy can't die.
Well, he's not Hellboy.
he's definitely not Hellboy. But anyway, yeah, so I was like, I just said I didn't fucking watch any of this yet.
You
But,
have to be
yeah.
very explicit about, don't spoil this for me.
Well, I'm pretty sure, like, don't tell me anything about it because I'm behind. Like, I haven't caught up to it yet. And then, like, to be like, oh, well, yeah, and then this happened? It's like, no! Just stop!
Yeah, fucking shoots through the back of that window and kills fucking Opie's family? What?
Oh, Opie's family dies, too? It's not just him?
Before. Wait, was that Opie's family that gets shot in the car? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
such a bummer.
You had to have seen that. That was before fucking Opie died.
I didn't make it that far yet.
I think that was third season.
Yeah, no, I haven't made it that far.
I think Opie died in fourth.
Ashley
Yeah.
keeps saying she's interested, and then when
It's-
we go to put it on, she's not interested. So I have to, like, find times to watch
You
it.
have to binge watch the first 3 seasons
Well,
in 2 days.
here's
That's what I-
my
It was
problem.
terrible.
I just started watching fucking Criminal Minds.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god,
You
that
should
show's
watch.
awesome.
Should watch Hannibal.
Yeah.
I've heard Hannibal's
It's
really
just
good.
you got to binge watch it because the first the first half of the first season is kind of rough
Really?
but then it
Like
gets
the
real
first half
good.
of the first season of Doctor Who.
of like
reboot.
everything. But it gets
Yeah,
so good.
The Doctor Who reboot at the beginning, I was like, what are people into about this? And
I
then,
loved it right
then,
away.
No, it took me a few episodes to get into it, and then
Yeah.
as soon as I got into season 2, I was like, oh, I love everyone. And then they all die. Or
Yeah.
get left at other places.
They get left on alternate planes.
Misplaced like books.
Listen, you can ruin that now too. It's been like 6 years. Wait, first reboot came out in 2005, so it's been 9 years since.
9 years.
So spoil all you want up until the end of Tenet.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, but you know what the thing is too is like, I don't care about spoiling anything else. I don't like to spoil Doctor Who for people.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's a
Doctor
wild
Who is
ride.
just like,
Yeah,
like you need to experience that for all it is. Like other shit, like
I
the only
like telling
things
people about the big crazy
Yes,
things just to
yes.
get them to try to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like to spoil Doctor Who or Breaking Bad for people because Breaking Bad was only 5 seasons, so it's like you can like
You can watch that in a
just
day.
fucking go watch it. And it's done in a
can
day.
you?
Yeah,
Physically?
yeah.
Probably
Physically, you
not.
can watch it in a day.
How many episodes are there?
Well, you gotta have multiple. You gotta multi-box it.
It's like 200 and something episodes.
Yeah. You're not watching.
264 episodes, I think.
No matter how many TVs you're running.
Yeah, you couldn't possibly pay attention to that. In the sequence you would have to watch it, it would be ridiculous. You'd have to have like 9 heads.
Oh, just think about none of the filler. 'Cause there's not a lot.
No, there's not much filler.
Yeah,
It's no DBZ series.
There really
Or
isn't.
One Piece.
Or listen,
Oh my God.
I got 50 episodes into One Piece and stopped.
I got like to 150
That's
something.
right. You guys
but I would
were
just
real into that for a
I would
while.
follow. Well, I followed a guide where it's just like skip these episodes. These are all fillers.
That's what I do
but,
for DBZ.
yeah, just watch Kai.
There's a shit ton of filler in DBZ.
But I mean,
I want
the
to watch
DBZ
the original
fillers.
Dragon Ball again.
Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball
So
is so
good.
good. The original Dragon Ball Z is awful. It's just so long. But I mean, some of those fillers are like what makes it
yeah.
funny now.
I forced my girlfriend to start watching anime with me. She hates me so much. I was
I
just
tried
like,
to get Ashley to watch anime. She's not feeling it at all.
I put on Netflix and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch this. And I just started explaining the premise of Death Note before I played it. I was like, okay, picture this. A book falls from the sky, you can write a name in it, you write how someone dies, and they die.
See,
That's stupid.
Ashley was into Death Note. I did show her that one a while back, and she was into that.
I tried getting Sam to watch fucking Attack on Titan, and she said it gave her nightmares. And I was like,
You
"You're
should
a
make her watch
pussy."
Tokyo Ghoul.
Ashley won't watch Attack on Titan because she just says that everybody sounds angry.
Because they are.
Yeah.
And like
Their whole world's getting destroyed by giant creatures that
Yeah.
just want to eat them for fun.
she's like, you can't watch that when I'm sleeping. That's the one thing she won't let me watch when she's asleep because she's like, all I dream about is people yelling at me in Japanese.
I don't know what you're saying.
she's like I have dreams that I'm lost in Japan and people are just yelling at me.
Just make her watch the fucking English dubs. They have.
Ugh.
Yeah.
They're not terrible.
They're bad.
They're not terrible.
They're not as bad as Kill la Kill's English. Kill la
Nope.
Kill English
Nope.
is so bad.
Nothing is worse than that.
But
Actually, no, never mind. The
The
Death Note English dub
the
is.
voice acting for House of
Yeah.
the Dead is probably pretty much
the
top.
House of the Dead 2.
House of the Dead 2, yeah.
That's the best one.
Ugh.
Let's jump back on the news train here. A couple
Yeah.
more things.
It's a wizard from space.
At New York Comic Con, they announced that those new Netflix shows for
Oh, the Marvel
the
ones?
Marvel ones are
They're
going to be there.
Fucking happen?
Yeah.
When?
Well, I mean, they've all been officially announced.
Well, yeah, but when are they going to
But
come out?
New York Comic Con. Oh, I don't know. Well, they started filming the Daredevil one. They have some screens.
Wait,
or
isn't
screenshots
so? Wait,
of
they're
it.
doing a Netflix thing for Daredevil and
No, they're doing for Netflix. It's going to be a Daredevil show, a Power Man show, and an Iron Fist show, and I think someone else. I think it's a girl.
Cockblocker.
No, there's a girl one. I forget
no,
who
we
it is.
talked about it like
Yeah,
episode
yeah.
like 4.
But they've never like done anything for it, like no panels or anything.
Squirrel Girl.
But
Yeah.
I wish it was Squirrel Girl. But at New York Comic Con, they're gonna have panels for them. So,
Oh, that's
perfect.
cool.
so a lot of information is
Yeah,
gonna
I
come out
can't
for
wait for the
that.
Squirrel Girl show.
Squirrel Girl, that'd be funny. But
I would watch the shit out of that.
I'm really excited for them to add more stuff to Netflix because Netflix is getting kind of stale.
Netflix has been stale for a long time.
yeah,
Well, they actually just added Cool Runnings and Bloodsport.
Netflix
to
has been
Netflix.
stale except for Bloodsport, which sadly doesn't hold up as well as I thought it.
What do you mean?
is it edited?
No, I'm just telling you right now.
What is wrong?
I
Why?
loved Bloodsport. I loved Bloodsport, and then I watched it recently because I loved it when I was like
It's
12.
still awesome,
It is
the
still
fight
pretty awesome.
the fight scenes don't hold up the way they did when you were 12.
dude.
Well, because you know how old Jean-Claude Van
Yes.
Damme is now,
I understand this.
and every kick is in slow motion.
when Chong Li fucking steps on that dude's leg and gives him the compound fracture. Like I woke up to that the other night. Was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It just doesn't hold up.
And then
it's definitely awesome fight scenes, but they goddamn they don't hold up compared.
The fucking comic relief character, the Asian guy that fucking tracks him around everywhere.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, in the 80s.
Holy
in the
shit!
80s.
What you think about that, guys? Like that dude's awesome.
Yeah, especially for subtle racism. Oh wait, it wasn't that subtle.
It wasn't subtle at all. Look,
If you want- no.
it's not racist if they're in the country of origin.
Are you sure?
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
no, it's still
sure.
pretty racist.
I'm pretty.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty positive. Yeah, you know why racism exists? Because we're all assholes.
Yeah, everybody's an asshole.
If you want to get your blood sportish violence fill, watch the Raid movies.
Yeah, or I'll
God
just
damn
watch
it, those are
Battle of
good.
Riccio.
Ricky
That
O is
too.
pretty sweet.
Yeah, but-
Kickboxer is also a fantastic movie. Another Jean-Claude Van
Another
Damme
movie
favorite.
that doesn't hold up because it's a Jean-Claude Van
Nope,
Damme
that
movie.
movie is
Well, here's-
awesome. That dude
yeah,
breaks
yeah.
a bamboo tree down with his fucking shins, dude.
You could always watch Expendables 2.
I could always watch
He's in
Expendables
that.
3.
Yeah,
don't need Jean-Claude
but that's
Van
bad.
Let's not
It's
do
not
that.
bad. It has that fucking female UFC fighter who.
I mean, she's cool, but
She's crazy.
Jean-Claude Van Damme
Who's in
isn't
it?
in it as his evil twin.
The
so.
like the strong,
Is it
the
Ronda
best.
Rousey?
Yeah, that's it. The best fucking female UFC
Yeah,
fighter.
she's pretty bad.
Literally watch her murder girls
Yeah.
in the fucking cage.
Yeah, watching any UFC match with her, she's real.
She can
she's
fight
fucking
dudes
hard, dude.
real hard.
Yeah,
They should have had her be Wonder Woman.
that's what people were saying. Like, oh, why didn't you have like Ronda Rousey be Wonder Woman? It's like, well, she probably gets paid way more to fight. Like,
yeah,
and you can do more fights in a year than you can film one movie.
yeah.
Yeah, but I would probably pick being Wonder Woman.
Well, yeah, that just guarantees.
I just want to be Wonder
You
Woman.
would pick one.
Yeah.
That just guarantees you more Marvel films.
You mean
Yeah, that's
DC?
true.
DC.
DC. Yeah.
Idiot.
What?
Fake nerd. Poser.
I don't read comics. You guys are the comic nerds. All I do is play video games and jack off.
Well, we all have
Sure.
that in common.
And my
It's really
dog.
important. And your dog who's trying to get into the basement.
Sounds like Freddy
And who's
Krueger.
coming into the basement.
Oh, it's your dog.
Yep.
He's like, alright, this is fucking stupid.
So yeah, I mean that's kind of it for news
That's
this
pretty much it
week
for
because
like everything.
Yeah,
we were just focused on Destiny.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
all.
That's
me,
all we focused on.
That's all me and Alan have cared
But
about. All I'm waiting for is this dog to touch a cable and just rip everything down and get freaked out.
Buddy's just gonna come over and be on camera
hey.
now.
Hey,
so yeah, I think we started. Well, I started streaming. I think Justin's going to start streaming.
yeah, I wanted to start streaming at 20 so I could do all the good stuff.
Yeah, leveling is kind of boring, so there's not really a point in streaming it unless you're a top streamer and already have a fan base.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to start streaming a lot of PvP. And,
Sorry, I'm not Gold Glove.
Yeah, a lot of PvP and a lot of like the end game raids, and probably start making YouTube videos for it and stuff.
Yeah.
And then hopefully we'll start up a Destiny podcast. See
Yeah.
where that
Oh,
goes.
yeah.
You want to make any other announcements?
Oh yeah. So
As like final
2?
announcements?
well.
Next weekend on
next-
Sunday and then the Tuesday after.
Yeah, so next Sunday we are going to have special guests on our podcast. The dudes from the Devil's Bench. It's another podcast that's pretty awesome. You should check it out. We'll leave a link in the description.
Yeah.
Check out their YouTube channel. And then the following Tuesday, we are going to be on their podcast.
Very
So-
excited.
So while you check out theirs, you're going to subscribe so you can listen to us on theirs.
And then Tuesday, when we record that, it's my birthday.
And it's Kyle's birthday.
Kyle's birthday.
It's my birthday.
So what we're going to do is we're going to eat food. We're going to be on a podcast. And then we're going to stop.
And then we're
I'm
party.
gonna shit myself.
And then I'm going to go to bed because I got work in the morning.
And then, so we have a couple more guests lined up. Well, we're trying to get lined up to try to get the thing finalized.
Yeah, I'm working on a good one. That should be fun for you.
That'll be a fun podcast.
Yeah, we got some fun stuff coming up for you guys.
Yeah,
so
totally.
Hopefully, all three of you are still watching, and tell your other friends because they'll tell their friends, and they'll tell.
And
their
then we'll
friends,
get 4
and
people.
they'll have
Oh
4
man, I
people
cannot wait
watch.
to have 4 people who continuously watch this.
Yep.
But thanks for tuning in. We're gonna try to keep doing video podcasts at least every other podcast.
Yeah.
We'll probably do the audio
Fingers
ones.
crossed. Yeah, we'll still do the audio.
Well, we'll
ones.
do the audio. Well, we'll turn the video ones into audio ones. But when we have guests that obviously can't be here, those will be audio ones.
Yep.
That we'll put up on YouTube. I'll try to get some pictures and other stuff of what we're talking about. But so be on the lookout for that. And thanks for watching. I'm Alan Whitaker.
I'm Justin Kirkland.
I'm Kyle Ganza.
Have fun. Good luck, Guardians. That was bad.
That was stupid.